You ready?
Yeah, we're on the news.
I feel like we are about to read the headlines. We're about to read our headliners.
Oh!
Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ellie. This is...
Look at the size of that thumb. What's up with him?
This is Barry. He's very weird.
No.
And today we are going to be doing a Download 2025 recap. We just went to Download and it was bloody brilliant.
Blistering heat.
It was pretty hot, yeah, but the best Download we've ever been to, hands down.
Hands up, hands down.
This is very like podcast vibes.
Yeah.
We're having a proper chin wag today. So after we have recapped on this year's Download Festival, we are going to do our predictions for next year's lineup. So we're going to predict our 3 headliners, 3 bands that could be under the headline, and 3 smaller bands that could be in like tents.
Tents.
Like the Avalanche tent.
Intense.
And also a doghouse thing.
On par with Vengaboys.
If you went to Download Festival this year, let me know what you thought of it.
It was good.
Thank you very much. We got up at like 7 AM because we live like 3.5 hours away.
Did we not get up at 6?
True, we got up at 6 AM.
We got up at 6.
We left at 7 AM. So we were pretty tired, but it was a super easy drive and we arrived fairly early and there was like no queue. We just went straight in. And then we got our wristbands, and this year we decided to pitch in Black Cam, which I'll tell you right now, thumbs up. We said hello to our neighbours straight away. They actually recognised us from our YouTube channel, so if you're watching this right now, hey! It does make all the difference when you have friendly neighbours. Yeah, it was boiling hot, and on the first day we just drank and we chilled. We went to a chili eating contest.
That was sick.
We didn't take part. Remember, we turned around and there was a guy just chundering behind a bin.
On the binnos.
Panic at the Bingo was great fun.
Well done, Danny Scott. He's not watching.
They had a emo ball, so anytime that there was a number that was like remotely related to an emo song, everyone had to stand up. We all sang.
Really good.
It was bloody brilliant. And yeah, to finish off that day we had a barbecue, and then we went to Sophie K's DJ set in the Den. There was a lot of rap songs, which isn't really my forte.
Over and over again.
So we left, we got some din-dins, and we went to bed. Thursday, it rained. I had my first ever festival shower. Normally I just use baby wipes, which they do the job. And then it chucked it down with rain, and we went to see On Wednesdays We Wear Black podcast. They were fucking funny. It was a really good podcast. I've never seen a live podcast before.
Yes, you have.
Oh, that's a lie. I saw Jack Mate's Happy Hour.
Twice. Oh no, I saw it twice.
Yeah. They'd be funny. Do you think they'd go to Download and do a set?
No. Happy Hour are doing Reading, aren't they?
They are doing Reading.
And they've done
It's more
Kendall
their crowd.
Calling
And then we just chilled and we had a nap.
was needed.
Another barbecue, and then Vengaboys, they fucking filled the doghouse. That was crazy. Like, I've actually never seen the doghouse that full before. So yeah, we just had a walk around the site. We were like, right, well, we're not gonna get in here. Everyone outside was also like singing and dancing. But yeah, we just had a walk to Purple Camp.
Lovely that.
Because everyone was at the doghouse, the campsite was like really peaceful and quiet. It was actually quite lovely. Friday, first day of music, we kick-started it with Justin Hawkins Rides Again.
It was good what we saw. It was just karaoke.
Yeah, he did tell a few stories, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was like standing in a sauna.
Yeah, it was
Because
very
it was
hot.
in the tent. Glad I saw him though.
Yeah. We also noticed that the village toilets had like a massive upgrade as well, which props to Download for doing that.
Upgrades this year. Also, thinking of the camp toilets, I didn't get a dirty one this year.
No, normally by the Sunday, there's
Shit everywhere.
there's just shit everywhere. And at this point, we made our way to the arena for the first time. And once we were in, we got some pictures in front of the stage for Instagram because everyone needs to know.
We went!
We made our way down to the little guest area to check that out.
Because we're important.
We're definitely not.
We are. I am. I'm Barry Robin, I'm important.
When you walk into the club, everybody makes a pathway.
Yeah, got the signs ready. Barry Bloody Robin.
Anyway, we met some friends in the guest area. Our friends run a little music magazine called Amped Mag, so go and follow them.
Good shit. Then it was my time to shine. The first band we saw on Friday was CKY. My childhood, not necessarily the band of my childhood, but CKY, all the like the DVDs and that.
I mean, they're more your thing. I don't know any of their songs. I was just happy to be there. After that, I actually finally done something that I have wanted to do for the past 2 years at Download, which was get a tattoo. Woohoo! No! It's a cool little memory to have. Like when I'm 80 years old, I can look at that and be like, I got that at Download Festival.
Very nice.
I will say that it was a little bit expensive. It was £100. I wouldn't normally pay that. However, I justified it because
Festival.
it's a festival.
People were getting like Download across their arm. And I thought that was a bit weird. You don't go there and get like O2 Academy Brixton. You get, like... People get barbed wire on their hairline. Alexander Pally. Ali Pally, not even Alexandra.
We then saw a little bit of Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World.
So after we saw Jimmy Eat World, we went back to our camp for a little bit, just for a bit of like quiet chill time. I don't know if it's some tisms going on, but I get very like overstimulated, especially in the arena. So yeah, I think we need just a little bit of time to decompress, chill during our days, just to make it a bit more mentally bearable, I guess.
That was it last year. I was fucked by the end. This year, my legs were tired, and that's why we just missed corn. But last year, I had nothing in my body left. Went into shock at the petrol station on the way home. Was sick.
It was green.
That was the worst day of my
Why
life.
was it green?
I don't fucking know.
After that was Green Day, which was fucking amazing. They were so good. It was such a bucket list concert moment. They've been on my list of people that I've wanted to see for so long. Like out of all the headliners I've seen, they're up there with like my favourite.
Green Day, more like great gig.
And then to finish off the Friday, we went to a silent disco, which was so much fun. Honestly, I think this, it might be like the highlight of my whole download this year.
Not any bands.
A lot of the lineup this year didn't really grab me.
Yeah, silent disco as well, good.
We got pretty drunk. We screamed our little hearts out. We must have sounded so ridiculous.
Saturday.
The second day of music, we went back to the arena and we saw some friends again. First band we saw on Saturday was Don Broco.
What a band!
Bloody love them. We actually met Rob Damiani at the launch party. We are just little fangirls at heart. So we got pretty close to Don Broco. We were like right next to the pit.
And then we went, where do we go? I needed the toilet again. I went to the toilet, so we had to leave and then come back. I need to stop pissing.
We saw a few other bands on the Saturday. We saw The Darkness on the Opus stage. We thought the sound wasn't great because the main stage was just like blaring over it.
Monday swimming, Tuesday badminton, dancing on a Friday night.
Banger.
What an odd song.
My god. We then went to the Avalanche tent for the first time, and as soon as we got into the tent, it absolutely hammered it down and
Lovely.
We were safe.
We didn't get wet.
The festival gods blessed us in that moment.
And it was dry by the time we got out.
But yeah, Dayseeker were in that tent and they were great.
They're well good.
And last but not least, for the Saturday, we saw Sleep Token. I would say they definitely deserved their headline spot.
I think one below.
We did not stay till the end. And as we were leaving, we did notice that there was a shit ton of other people leaving as well.
To be fair, do you remember when we saw Fall Out Boy?
Oh yeah,
When
there
Fall
was
Out Boy
quite a lot
headlined,
of people.
and there was a lot of people leaving.
Maybe people go and see a little bit of the headliner and then go and get drunk at their camp or something, I don't know. Now we are on to the Sunday, which was the last day of download for us. So on the Sunday morning, we packed our tent away and it was raining whilst we done that. And we trekked to the car and then we trekked all the way back to the arena. We done like 19,000 steps, I think it was, wasn't it? I'm sure there's people out there that have done more. And then we met some other friends and we saw a few bands on the main stage. We took our camping chairs with us, didn't we? So we had somewhere to sit.
That's the thing to do.
Absolutely.
Sunday, take your camping chair to the arena.
I must admit, I did notice like a lot more camping chairs on the
Yeah.
last day.
Everyone needs it.
Everyone's just knackered.
You can't walk
Just
or
need
stand.
somewhere to sit down. So on the main stage we saw Orbit Culture. Never heard of them before. Bleed From Within.
Good.
Yeah, they were actually pretty good. They surprised me. I think that's actually inspired me to start listening to them. That's the beauty of festivals, isn't it? You watch a band that you've never really listened to before and you're like, oh, they're well good. I'm gonna start listening to them now. And we also saw a band called Power Trip, who were a hardcore band, I
Yeah.
believe.
We went over to the Avalanche stage to see Malevolence's Secret Set and then House of Protection, who are the old Fever Boys. And they put a big old fucking screen outside Avalanche stage. Just have that open. If you're going to put a screen there, change the stage.
Or maybe a bigger tent, just extend it out a little bit. They had a big screen outside, which was new for this year because obviously previous years people could not get in it. It was spilling out the doors. But they didn't have an amp outside for the screen. So it was like the visual, but the sound was coming from inside the tent.
It's just like a silent film.
They might as well just show it in black and white.
Yeah, bloody Charlie Chaplin walking about. Oh, this moustache ain't wanted anymore, is it?
So Malevolent were meant to be the secret set. However, their stage time was actually printed on the RIP lanyards. So secret spoil. Whoops. Whoopsie. We then made our way back to the main stage with our little camping chairs, plonked ourselves down, and we saw Meshuggah, and then was Spirit Box. I love Courtney. I love her so much. I think that they were fucking brilliant.
Yeah, they're great.
We saw Spirit Box last year at Reading and we fucking love them. The last band we saw was Bullet for My Valentine. We've never seen them live before, even though they have been at Download quite a few times. They weren't a band that I ever grew up with, but I feel like looking back, I would have fucking loved them growing up. And I don't know why I never really gave them a chance, but they blew me away. They sounded fucking fantastic. So the gap in between Bullet for My Valentine and Korn was about an hour, and at that point we were knackered. Our lips were chapped, we were sunburned, and we were just like kind of itching to go home at this point. So we collectively decided we were going to miss Korn. So Download 2025, that's our recap done, and I think we can confirm that it was our best year yet.
Barry Robin approved.
And we cannot wait to go back next year, honestly. Right, speaking of next year, here are our Download 2026 predictions. What? Shall we start with our doghouse choice?
You go for your doghouse choice.
I have said, because this year we had a noughties DJ set, I want a 2010s DJ set.
Yeah.
Of like 2010s pop music, Pitbull Give Me Everything vibes.
So you've not gone for a specific person?
So I don't really care who does it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
All I want is a fun 2010s pop DJ set to mix up the like rock and metal vibes.
Yeah, I've gone for my doghouse to take the scepter from Venga Boys from this year.
Yeah.
I've gone for Rizzle Kicks.
That's a fucking shout.
It is, isn't it?
What a shout.
Rizzle Kicks in the doghouse on the Thursday would be fucking unreal. Nailed it.
Andy Coppin.
Get on Rizzle Kicks.
Listen to Barry Robin. Right, for smaller bands, I say smaller.
Mine are very
It's
small.
debatable, but it doesn't really matter. I started with Beartooth. I saw a clip of Caleb recently, and I think his voice has really improved. So
He's always been good.
he's always been good, yeah. But in this clip that I saw, he sounded like really, really good.
Well, alongside Beartooth, I've gone with I Prevail.
Okay, that's interesting.
I Prevail would be great. Them and Beartooth are pretty big.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it's debatable.
Yeah.
We say they're big, but they're not big enough to headline.
No, definitely not.
Next small band, Landmarks.
And for me, I've gone for Landmarks.
Yeah! Great. They just dropped their new album this year, and they played Sandunk, and they're bloody brilliant.
Yeah, they'd be great. Next.
Next, I said Mouth Culture.
Yeah, me too. We just got the same fucking list.
Would love to see the return of Mouth Culture to Download. They were there last year on the Dogtooth stage. Moving up to our three bands that
I've got one, sorry.
Yeah.
I've got one just below the three sub-headliners.
Oh, you've done a little bit extra.
I did, because I put them in after. I've gone for Bill Murray. That everyone would want to see them at Download.
Right, okay. Moving on to the three bands that are below the headliners.
I've gone for A Day to Remember.
I have also gone for A Day to Remember.
I think the trajectory they were at,
Yeah.
they were on their way to like headline it.
My thoughts exactly.
I know they did Slam Dunk and everyone loved it, it was brilliant. I'm not sure they're big enough to headline it now.
Could have, but they took too much of a break.
Yeah, definitely.
They lost their momentum, I guess.
Yeah.
What's next on your...
You go next.
Oh, I go next? I Prevail.
You've gone them up there.
I put them just below the headliner, yeah.
Ooh.
Because they're entering a new era now, aren't they? They've parted ways with Brian. They've got a whole new vibe now, so I feel like they'd be good.
Pierce the Veil.
Mmm.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Maybe let one last hurrah and then break up.
Just call it a day.
Call it a day.
Call it a fucking day. And then the last ones on our list for sub-headliners are...
Yeah, I've just realised mine's probably not big enough to be sub-headline, but I've gone for Shikari.
Yeah, would love to see them back.
Yeah.
Saw them last year, didn't we?
It was like one of the highlights of the whole festival.
Love a bit of Shikari. They always bring the party. I have said Architects. I
Explain
feel
yourself.
like I would love to see them headline. I just don't feel like they pull
Big
the
enough crowd.
biggest ticket sales
Yeah,
for a
me either.
headline act. I mean, they're doing an arena tour this year and they've only got 3 dates, I think, on it. Whereas think of when Bring Me the Horizon done their arena tour, they've done like a good few around the UK, didn't they? And like Ireland and...
Yeah.
I just
You're correct.
don't see it happening, them headlining. Now we're moving on to the headliners. What's your first headliner prediction for Download 2026?
I've sort of gone with what I want. System of a Down.
Yeah?
Everyone, they'd fill the field.
Uh-huh.
They'd get new and old fans. I don't know a person who doesn't know a System of a Down song.
I have said Parkway Drive.
Not big enough.
Just because they have been like sort of hanging around like under the headliners for a few years. Their Secret Set last year done crazy good, and they're doing like a massive worldwide arena tour at the minute. I don't know. Like it's a really difficult one. I think it's possible. Do I think it's really probable? Maybe not. Maybe instead of them, it could be like an older band like System of a Down.
Well, I've gone old, new, old, the same as this year.
I've tried to stick with the newer theme. Well, I say new, some of these bands are like 20 years old,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
know.
But going by what Andy Coppin said last year about he's trying to keep the festival with the times and with newer bands. Because I was going to put Slipknot, because they were fucking well good when we saw them, but they have headlined
400 times.
a million times.
Yeah, I know, that's why we don't need it. People moan, they're like, oh, why did they do Sleep Token? If they didn't, how much less would people be talking about the festival?
Yeah, that's true. It does
Everyone
get,
will
it gets
talk to.
pressed, doesn't it? Next headliner prediction, baby.
I've gone Architects.
Not big enough.
They're probably not big enough. But, as I'm saying about the Sleep Token getting people talking, people would be outraged.
People would
And
be so up in arms about
yeah,
that.
and it will get people talking about the festival.
My second headliner prediction is Linkin Park. I feel like it's coming.
It's
I
coming.
thought they were going to headline this year because they are headlining a lot of other festivals around the world. Apparently there's a big old gap in their tour schedule for next year.
Supposedly they've been putting ticket prices low because they're not selling.
I tried to get tickets for their Wembley Stadium
Yeah, but that's
show,
England.
and it was like 300 and something quid.
Yeah, but you didn't buy it, did you?
No.
And no one did.
Well, it was like sold out. It was like, oh, do you want to sit in the gods for like 350 quid? No. The last time Linkin Park headlined Download was 2014 with Chester, of course. So I just feel like it's coming. Like there were people in the guest area saying they're practically confirmed. So that's my prediction.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know.
mean,
It could
fuck
mean
all.
fuck all, yeah. What's your third headline
Right,
prediction?
my
Last
third
but not
headline-
least?
I've cheated a little bit.
Good. We love
I
that.
put 2 bands. So I've put Rage Against the Machine
Okay.
because I've never seen them, obviously. Had a look, they're not together anymore.
Are they not?
No, they broke up last year, apparently.
Oh.
But they've also broke up 3 other times. So I imagine they could, I guess, come back.
Bands always do that though.
Yeah.
They're like, we're breaking up. Psych. We're back together.
Give me your money.
Running low on cash. Doing it all.
So in brackets, I've written Linkin Park.
I feel like a lot of people are predicting Linkin Park. My last Download headliner prediction is Bullet for My Valentine.
No.
You picked a band that wasn't big enough and that's not together. I think they're a band that's been like hanging around underneath the headliners for years. They did headline the Download Pilot, which was like a 10k capacity after lockdown.
Didn't enter Shikari as well, though.
Yeah. So I feel like they have the potential to headline. After we saw them this year,
They're good enough.
they are good enough. Like they pulled a big crowd. Now I'm coming to think of it, if they'd headlined this year, they could have done their 20th anniversary thing as a headline set. It's so difficult to pick a newer band.
Who's big enough?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially with TikTok, so many people go, I love that band. No, you know a chorus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will be arguing, oh, they should headline. Like, they shouldn't.
This is the thing, like, at one point, fucking Iron Maiden and Metallica and Slipknot, they were all second on the bill.
Yeah.
You need to give these smaller, newer bands a chance to headline, otherwise how will the next generation of bands be big? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we've put a good little graft in there.
To be fair, I was pretty shocked last year when they announced Fall Out Boy as the headliner,
Yeah.
so we might be shocked again. Regardless of what next year's lineup turns out to be, we're still gonna go, because we love it there. Let us know what your predictions for next year will be in the comment section down below. Who the heck do you think is gonna headline next year?
It might be good to revisit and see how fucking off we get.
True, yeah, that
That'd
would
be
be funny. thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe and like, it means the world to us.
And we're going to 2,000 trees in 2 weeks from today when we're recording this. So that'll be soon and that'll be great.
I'll see you guys very soon next week for my next video. Bye!